a bookie. Today we will unlock the book Influence with you. So what is influence? Influence is the ability to change others' minds and behavior in a way that others will readily accept. We all know that we need to consume rationally, but it is challenging to do so in modern society. Sometimes we line up in a long queue for 2 or 3 hours to buy a cup of coffee, or get in a frenzied rush at Christmas to buy discounted goods that are not needed at all. The worst thing is, we have no idea why we do that to ourselves. Why would I spend so much time? What should I do with that stuff? Don't worry, and this is not your problem alone. In fact, it is our common pattern of human behavior that drives us to do these stupid things. To simplify our lives, our brains have already formed patterns of automatic behavior for things we always do in daily life. Just like the autopilot mode, we press the button, then it runs automatically. In certain situations, we will react instinctively and unconsciously. For instance, we are shopping for a TV and seeing different prices. We will naturally think, you get what you pay for, and assume that TVs with higher prices will surely have better quality. Because of this type of patterned automatic behavior, it makes us vulnerable to fall into intentional influence traps and comply with others without thinking when making a choice. This book Influence reveals 6 main psychological principles hidden behind the obedience of others towards us. Businesses and experts of persuasion constantly apply these principles to obtain our compliance. After listening to this bookie, you will gain insight into the secrets of others' compliance, learn how to protect yourself, be able to make better decisions, improve your influence on others, and eventually achieve greater success. The author of this book, Robert B. Cialdini, is a famous social psychologist and globally renowned authority on the research of persuasion and influence. He is a professor in the Department of Psychology at Arizona State University for many years. Although the author himself studies psychology, he still finds himself easily fooled by small businessmen, vendors, operators, and others. So he started to research persuasion and obedience techniques and eventually wrote this book, Influence. In the next part, we will explain the drives and common obedience traps that influence people when making a choice, and how to protect ourselves through making more rational choices from the perspective of the following 6 principles of influence. First, the principle of reciprocation. Second, the principle of commitment and consistency. Third, the principle of social proof. Fourth, the principle of liking. Fifth, the principle of authority. Sixth, the principle of scarcity.